Okay, so Venerables Tarpa and Sempton and I just returned from attending a Bhikkhuni ordination at Spirit Rock, and then also a monastic conference at Dharma Realm Buddhist Society. And this was, both activities were really momentous. First of all, the Bhikkhuni ordination was of 3 Theravada Bhikkhunis. One was Canadian, one was German, and one was English. And it was a beautiful, a beautiful ceremony. We had a big Sangha Dana where the lay people brought many dishes to offer the meal to the Sangha. Huge tables full of food, and with the nuns on one side, the monks on the other side, and we had our meal. And then they had the meditation hall beautifully set up. There were several hundred people there, and the place was pretty packed, wasn't it? Yeah, the Sangha was seated in the middle. We set up the sima, or the boundary, there. And then the preceptor was an American Bhikkhuni from the Theravada tradition. But the whole ordaining Sangha was drawn from many Buddhist traditions, which was very beautiful. So there was the interplay of different color robes and everything. And then the Bhikshu Sangha was, there were many Sri Lankans, but also some Western monks as well. And, you know, so we did the ordination. It lasted over 4 hours, but people were so joyful, and it was really moving. I mean, there were several things that stood out for me in it. First of all, that it's part of the revival of the Bhikkhuni lineage in Theravada Buddhism, which was demolished in the 11th century during an invasion in Sri Lanka, you know, where both the Bhikshu and Bhikshuni lineages were destroyed during this war. But they renewed the Bhikshu lineage. I think they asked some monks from Burma to come, but Burma didn't have the Bhikkhuni lineage, so they couldn't renew that. So just in the last maybe 14 years, 15 years, there's been this revival of the Bhikkhuni ordination in the Theravada lineage, which is really stupendous after all these centuries. So there's about 600 Bhikkhunis in Sri Lanka, and there's a few in Thailand. It's much more difficult in Thailand. There's 1 or 2 Burmese, but they can't go to Burma because one of them went there and was arrested for being a Bhikkhuni. So there was one Burmese Bhikkhuni, but you know, she lives in the States for obvious reasons. But it was very beautiful having the Sangha drawn from many traditions, having this be part of the revival of the Bhikkhuni lineage, and then also having hundreds of lay people there really celebrating and rejoicing in it. That was very obvious, the joy with which the lay people had. And this is a primarily lay meditation center, so I thought that that was quite remarkable that that happened. So I just wanted to share that with people. And oh, and another element was that the preceptor was a Western Bhikkhuni. So, you know, Dharma is in the process of definitely spreading to the West. And then tomorrow I'll talk a little bit about the conference.